what every founder and CEO needs. And we are all founders, CEOs, business owners, entrepreneurs here in this forum. And what we are going to talk about is, what does it need to be a founder, to be a CEO, to be successful? So if you see here, the screen says that Leonardo da Vinci was not a brilliant entrepreneur. He was an artist, he was a painter, which goes to show that you don't have to be the jack of all trades to succeed in a business. Leonardo was essentially a sculptor. He was an engineer. He was somebody who used to create things. He was an architect. He was a scientist. He was an anatomist. Look at the kind of paintings he's done. He was a philosopher. Look at the kind of expressions he had put out there. And he had a very bad track record in finishing the work that he would start. He constantly had to return the money he'd been paid for various of his assignments because he couldn't finish them. So the point here is, we don't need to be a jack of all trades. What we need to do is, we need to excel things. But whatever we do a few things, but do them well. Yes. So the first one, the master the power of the words. What you see on your screen on the left side is some jargon of words. And if that's how we are going to lead our lives, then it's not going to be something that's going to help us be a good founder. Your words are the most important communication instruments that you have to put across to your people. The better you communicate, the more you'll sell and the faster you'll grow. Every pitch, every email, every piece of paper that leaves your desk, the more you will sell and the more faster you'll grow. But words do not merely transfer facts from person A to B. What powerful words do are, they connect. They connect them through their emotions, through the feelings. You all heard of this. Great stories inspire people, millions of people, for products and services. And at the same time, dull, lifeless words will bore your team to death and leave your customers cold. And the most important, you will grow out of your own business. So it's better to communicate. The more you'll sell, the faster you grow. And the idea is not to just state facts. Again, powerful words connect people through emotions and feelings, which come through stories. Number 2, when in doubt, just simplify. Simplicity is the most essential and universal principle of every successful entrepreneur. It brings you speed, it brings you agility, it brings you focus. And according to Ken Segal, one of the most creative masterminds behind Apple's success, he is the one who put the I in the iMac. Make it simple. First, simplify your products. Simpler products and fewer choices mean a happier frame of mind. Secondly, simplify how you communicate with your customers and your team. Minimalistic communication will help your point stick better. Become the money person. What is it that an entrepreneur does? He has to make money. Entrepreneurs must strive to help make our world a better place, not just money. Besides filling their pockets, it is important that companies take care of their employees, their customers, and communities. And this comes from the mindset of an entrepreneur who wants to make that difference. In the end, the value that we create for the world comes down to how many people are prepared to pay you for your products and services. Isn't that what an entrepreneur does all the time? And revenue is the only measure of your value in this world of business. So besides money being the oxygen for every entrepreneur to keep going, it's important that you create a better world, not just by making a lot of money, but by hiring good people, giving them a good environment, create better products, and the world will surely become better. Beware of your passion. Money prefers founders who analyze their company with an icy heart. Those who can pick between profitable and non-profitable actions. Don't obsess over single super success stories. They may not apply to you. Just pick up the lessons that make sense to you. Humility and self-reflection. So we've all known that WeWork has been one of the largest success stories. But what's happening there? The founder of WeWork, Adam Newman, was a very charismatic CEO. He convinced his investors to pump billions into his startup. And eventually, he brought his company to a huge Titanic collapse, burning roughly $40 million of the market value. The authors who've written a few books on Newman and understood what he did, they called him very ambitious, flamboyant, very self-aggrandizing founder. But he has created a company culture that punished people who disagreed with him, effectively making him the dictator of his regime. WeWork's founder gagged all voices that could have saved him and his company. So let's not repeat his mistake. We must listen to people and let them disagree with us. We must remain confident and stay humble. And at this point, I'm going to put a video. Listen to this.
The future. Yeah.
What do you care about? Who are you happy as? Make a business out of that feeling.
What do you think when I say workspace? Cubicles, ugly furniture, bad fluorescent lighting, death, and sickly. The future of work looks different.
We're selling an experience.
We
need a name.
we live.
We dream.
We work. Smart guy? Are you crazy, man? I may be. Why? She works there. She helps him manifest things. You're on track to lose 400 million this year. Enough! She works.
Years.
Tell me about your goals.
I have no prizes.
Legendary Adam and his wife.
Chief branding officer.
Office space. Then we act like we're changing the world. Turn it on you. You're going to see shit. At one point, you know you lost it. It's not.
He's more afraid than us.
I have a responsibility to think bigger. I'm a golden goose laying golden eggs.
Without me.
Together, we can change.
So that is something that gives us an insight on how, when we don't listen to people around us, when we don't realize what's happening, this is what happens to something like that. And then the last and the most important, the burnout. The burnout doesn't happen because we work too much. The burnout happens because we work with the wrong mindset. So it's important that we check our mindset. We focus on the things that we can control, our thoughts, actions, and words. And then that is something that will keep us in check at all times. So everyone, these are the few takeaways that I found very, very important from this little bit of nugget that I thought would make sense to all of us. We don't have to memorize these. We just need to keep something around with us, something simple that reminds us that we should learn to do this. The first is learn to write well, learn to express well, learn to communicate well. Simplify. Simplify things, simplify the product, simplify your processes, simplify your days. Respect money, humility and self-reflection. And most important, focus on what you can do. Thank you.